Hello everybody, Siraz here, and today I'm going to bring you guys another replay. Today we have Liquid Tyler versus Korean Man. I don't know who it is, I can't, I should really learn some basic characters in Korean or whatever. But anyways, this is from the Liquid Weekly replay pack, so this week it was featuring Liquid Tyler, so I thought I'd take a look at these replays and see if they're any good. So, it is going to be a PvZ on steps. Probably does, this probably does favor Protoss a little bit, but we'll have to see what sort of strategies these guys use. If you guys don't know, Liquid Tyler, aka Noni, or Nooni, or whatever, however you were supposed to pronounce it, it's a very well-known Protoss player, considered probably one of the best Brood War Protoss players out there, and he's a really good player. He's part of Team Liquid. Has done pretty well in some of the North American tournaments. Hasn't really wanted, or doesn't seem like he wanted to go to the Korean scene or anything yet, so he might in the future. We'll have to see. But yeah, he's a really good Protoss player. I don't know, he's probably best known for like using Phoenix play in the beta, even before people thought the unit was even worth anything. So I don't know. It's a little bit about Noni. And the Zerg player, like I said, don't know anything about him. So it looks like we are going to see a 14 pool, 14 gas. Possibly either Speedling or Roach. I think the gas was after the pool, so I actually think this might be a Roach build. And Noni, or Tyler, I guess we call him Tyler, Noni, looks like he's just playing pretty standard at this point. We'll have to see where he decides to transition to. Probably going to get a Zealot out relatively soon, block that wall off, and go from there. A couple Lings getting produced to kind of take care of this pylon. And a Queen coming out as well. I guess I might have actually missed it. This might have been a block on the pylon. This Zerg player might have gone for a fast expand, or wanted to go for a fast expand, but was denied. So a lot of times you will just see that pool and gas go down immediately with the money. So that could be what happened here. But yeah, this pylon is going to go down. It looks like, I think I'm pretty wrong on the Roaches. But yeah, it looks like the pylon is going to go down. And the Zerg player will take his expansion relatively soon. Tyler just playing standard at this point. Has that Zealot to block his Ram getting a Sentry. And we'll have to see if he decides to go, where he decides to go from here. Sentry doesn't really say much yet. We are getting that Warp Gate being researched as well, though. So I'm thinking maybe 3-gate expand from Tyler here. Would probably make the most sense, just because he is getting that Warp Gate, or maybe a economical 4-gate. I think both could be options, but I think Tyler's also known for just 3-gating instead of 4-gating, so doing the pressure with 3-gate and then expanding behind it. So we're going to see a little bit oversaturated at the Zerg base. Looks like we are up to, I don't know, what is this, 8 in a row, so 8 times 8 is 16, 19 workers on that, which is probably more than you need, or getting close to saturation. A few more Lings out, and it looks like it is going to be an expansion build, so 3-gate expands. This is kind of an interesting map for Zerg, I think, in this matchup. I don't really know if it's, it's definitely not like unwinnable or anything, but it can be a little tricky at times, just due to the fact that you can't really play in the same manner you do on other maps. A lot of times what happens is, since this rush distance is so short, if you play super reactively, what happens is you'll just get caught with your pants down and then lose to some sort of timing push. So you almost have to build more units and continuously, you have to be on top of your game, basically, and otherwise you will find yourself in a position where you just lose to a timing push. And our Zerg player is doing pretty well with that. He's getting Roaches out. Very strong unit against gateway units, and it should be strong. Cleaned up those 2 Lings there, very nice. Always good to take care of any scouting, and then just expanding behind it. And I'm pretty sure the Zerg player knows exactly what's going on. And Tyler probably is just going to expect Roaches, because that is basically what all Zerg players do these days. Roaches are just so good against Protoss. We're going to see a little poke out here from Tyler. And I think what he's doing there is checking for an Overlord, maybe. Not really sure why I moved over. Okay, now he has a bunch of Zealots and sentries here, but it looks like there's a number of Roaches. These Roaches should be able to take care of this. A couple force fields going down, very nice. And blocking off, or basically getting two of these Roaches trapped, going to kill them, and then probably just retreat. Yeah, there we go, just going to retreat before losing any of those precious sentries. So a little bit of damage. I think it's pretty much even at this point. Zerg player maybe lost a little bit more, but not a big deal. And looks like we might see a little bit of a counterattack. I think the Zerg player is just kind of looking to see if there's any sentries that were slow and just trying to pick one off maybe. And we do see Roaches being continuing to be built. And what do we have here? So interesting. Tyler just kind of opting to reinforce his army with a lot of stalkers, and we might see some sort of attack once again. And it doesn't look like he. There we go. He's building some probes now, but he wasn't before. He's not putting down any more gates. I'm not really sure what's going on here quite yet. Hasn't really committed to anything. Continuing to warp in these stalkers. Getting some more workers. Going to take out that Overlord. That's always super annoying to have happen to you as a Zerg player. Layers up. And oh, we are going to see Burrow and Roach Speed being researched simultaneously. This could work out really well for a Zerg player here. We don't seem to have any detection from Liquid Tyler, but Liquid Tyler moving out with this huge force, much larger than the Zerg player's army at this point. And this is going to be very hard for him to defend. And this is only a handful of Roaches, no speed or Burrow yet, and all of them getting trapped. This is really bad for our Zerg player. This could be it right here, I think. It's going to be very hard for our Zerg player to defend after this. The only thing is he does have some time. Okay, and those force fields go down, not really slowing down Liquid Tyler at all. Now the Roaches are coming in, going to get a few kills here. Liquid Tyler decided to back off. I don't think he really needed to there. Trapping some Roaches once again, picking off some more. Just slowly but surely taking out this Roach force. Looking at the units lost tab, the difference is just phenomenal. And just showing the power of force fields in this match. Force fielding the ramp, force fielding all these Roaches in so they can't retreat. And these Roaches are just not going to be enough to hold this, I don't think. And I think our Zerg player is going to take a lot of economic damage here. He does continue to have Roaches streaming in though, and maybe he will be able to hold. I mean, this would be quite impressive if he does manage to fend off this attack. Tyler getting pretty low on force field energy, so eventually it could be the Zergs, or the Roaches' time to shine, I guess I should say, when they can actually engage without getting force fielded left and right. Still have not really done that much economic damage to the Zerg player, so if he can hold on, I mean, he should be still okay. Pulling all the drones here, and I don't know, this is kind of a not a good situation. Gonna lose a lot of workers here, not really doing too much damage. And it looks like the Zerg player finally did stabilize. So impressive. I mean, surprising that he did manage to stabilize here. Oh, and Burrow is done, so this should really make it hard for our Protest player to continue to push, Tyler to continue to push. And yeah, I think he realizes that, just going to retreat and try again another day. The Robo facility is up. And getting out Immortals, I mean, obviously a very strong choice against this Roach-only army. Also getting that Observer, so that will allow him to deal very effectively with any sort of Burrow play, and a bunch more gates. So let's see, what do we got here? Oh, double Forge, interesting. But yeah, he's up to 5 gates and a Robo. Roach is moving in here, but an Observer is here, sniping that Immortal. But Burrow is not going to work as the Observer is out, and these Roaches are going to get cleaned up very quickly. Try to maybe kill one more unit. Looking at the unit loss tab, though, man, this is just crushing the Zerg player here, losing so much more than Liquid Tyler. And Zerg not looking too good for our Zerg player here. Liquid Tyler once again moving out, has quite a sizable force. Looking at the army counting tab, 100 to 84. So big difference there. Needs to bring all of his army though and attack at the same time. Does not want to attack Pace Mail like that. But this is just a lot of Roaches and a lot of Stalkers. Going to be very hard for our Zerg player to defend. Liquid Tyler probably, I mean, looks like he's I mean, he's in such a good position here. His economy's up. He has the right unit composition to deal with these roaches. Looks like he's just going to clean this up. I thought he was going to before. I was surprised. Our Zerg player actually did manage to hold that last attack, but now it's not looking too good. I mean, this force is substantially larger than the other one. Are the upgrades done? No, upgrades halfway completed for Liquid Tyler, but yeah, once you get to this point, I mean, this army's so large that the reinforcements that are just streaming in piecemeal are just not going to be able to kill this force of Liquid Tyler. So Liquid Tyler just showing great, solid play on steps here. Doing a kind of interesting 3-gate push, seemed to work out really well. And then just transitioning into a mortal build, getting that double forge. I mean, you didn't even need to use it at that point. And you know, he's just showed some solid play there. So I hope you guys did enjoy that game. I think I'm gonna cast maybe one more of the series. We'll just pick a random one of the replay pack. And yeah, so just kind of sitting in here, see the length doesn't spoil it for a minute or two. I don't know, anything to talk about. If anyone wants to see the replay analyzed, definitely send them to me, siraztv@gmail.com. I've done a couple of them, so if you want to take a look at those, they're up on my YouTube channel. Give you a good idea of what I'm talking about. Also, I guess I am looking for, I was thinking about doing some live coaching. So if there's any Zerg players out there that want to get some live coaching, let me know. Send me an email. Tell me a little bit about yourself. And really, the only requirements I have are be a Zerg player. You have to be on the North American server or have some way for me to get on a different server. Like if you have a trial key or whatever, I can coach on one of the other servers as well, but I only have a game for the North American server. It'd also be nice if you had a friend lined up to play some games with that's about your same skill level, so I can observe those games and give you some live feedback. So if anyone's interested in that as well, send me an email. I think that might be the preferable method to do coaching, not just replay analysis. So I was thinking, you know, if I do something like that, what I'll do is I'll record our session or whatever and just upload it to YouTube. But yeah, if anyone's interested in that, please contact me. I think I want to do some more of the coaching stuff to help lower level Zerg players improve their game. And with that, that's all I can think of. So I hope you guys did enjoy it, and saying see y'all later.